Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geeks. Ooh, this is your daily rundown of the news by geeks like you. I just really messed that all up. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have Rakai. We cover the news beat and we give our opinions with the news. Say what's up to the people, Rakai.
Hello, Bobbit.
First things first, we're going to have a moment of silence for Harry Belafonte, actor, singer, civil rights icon. He died at age 96, lived a luxurious and fruitful life, very productive. For y'all that don't know who Harry Belafonte is, the actor, singer, civil rights trailblazer, he died on Tuesday of congestive heart failure at his New York home with his wife Pamela by his side. He was 96 years old. Belafonte is considered among the most successful Caribbean American music stars of all time and one of the first Black leading men in Hollywood, making a name for himself during the 1950s and 60s. An activist and social campaigner by nature, he was an early supporter of the civil rights movement, became a major figure in the American social and political history of the 20th century. He was a confidant of Dr. King and backed many historic political and social causes and events. Uh, in 1963, March Washington, leading a delegation of Hollywood, including best friend Sidney Poitier, as well as Paul Newman, Sammy Davis Jr., Marlon Brando, Rita Moreno, and Tony Curtis. He was known as one of the first black producers in television, winning an Emmy for his CBS production Tonight with Belafonte. And Calypso would spend the then record 31 weeks at the summit and was first long playing record to sell 1 million copies. So Belafonte sat number one for 6 weeks, and Calypso stayed there for 31 weeks.
You gotta tell them though, because a lot of people don't know who Calypso. So for you old heads out there, Calypso was again, because it was already a famous song, but it was made famous in the was it 80s movie Beetlejuice. Those of you don't know, it's Dale,
Dale.
Dale, daylight come and me won't go home. Day,
Yep.
day, me sit there. I don't know how it go, but
And it was greatly done on the Muppet Show.
it was. That was great too.
They nailed it. For
They
you all
killed
that
it.
didn't know, that don't have Muppets, our generation learned about music through the Muppet Vaudeville Show. It was called the Muppet Show, but it's a vaudeville show, and they were bringing in musical guests and actors. And most of us learned our music through the Muppet Show as little kids. So we're gonna have a moment of silence for him, at least 5 seconds. And then we're back. In some positive news, Carrie Fisher to receive Star Hollywood Walk of Fame on May the 4th. Actress Carrie Fisher, famous for several roles, but especially well known as Princess Leia in the Star Wars franchise, will be honored posthumously by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce on May the 4th, 2023.
That is the
I
funny
did
thing.
not know she didn't have a star.
Well, and that's the kind of the funny thing. Like I was telling some friends of mine, the lady who who locks my hair, her and her husband just got remarried in Santa Monica out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they were telling me about, where they went and the things that they did. And we were talking about
Mm-hmm.
the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I was like, it's been so long since I've been home, since I've been out there. There's
Mm-hmm.
all sorts of people now that have stars on the walk that didn't the last time I came out there or whatever. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of sometimes it's hard to keep up with who has a star and where it's at. You hear about the
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Lees and some of the big people who've had a star forever,
Mm-hmm.
but uh Carrie Fisher being honored on May the 4th be with you. That's special on Star
That's
Wars Day.
awesome. It's totally awesome. Man, I loved her in her last interviews. She was hilarious in all her interviews. So charming and silly.
An
Um,
older lady, she was full of life.
Full of it, full of it. And she talked that talk. Um, there's one star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame that's not on the ground. Did you know that?
Yes.
You know
Uh
who it is?
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali. Yep.
Muhammad
So
Ali
for those that didn't
said
know,
his religion won't, or or just him won't allow you to walk on his star when you cannot put your.
well, he said he was never on the ground. He always stood up, stood tall.
I mean, I get it. That's pretty
I
dope.
get it too. So shout out to Carrie Fisher. It's it and Anna Martinez, producer of the Hollywood Walk of Fame, said, "I'm happy to add that her star is just a few feet away from the star of Mark Hamill, and across the street from the star of her legendary mother, Debbie Reynolds."
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Um, I may go out there to see that. Uh, The
I would
Flash looks. We're gonna go into another galaxy, another universe, the DCEU, the last film in the DCEU. And The Flash came out with the second trailer. And
Okay.
it looks like the best Batman film ever made. It may be the best film in the DCEU. This trailer made me go, wow, I
Because
really want to watch
his
this.
Batman's off the top.
Yeah. Comes out June 16th. It's a decision that likely is strategic on multiple levels. It makes star Ezra Miller, who has the numerous allegations and troubling and violent behavior levied against them. Miller is not non-binary, secondary in the hype campaign. The second trailer of The Flash begins and ends with the Barry Allen, the star of the film, but Batman. Much like the first trailer, the newest look at the much delayed DC film is heavy on all the people that will be accompanying the Flash on their multiversal journey, with the heavy focus on Michael Keaton's return as Batman. They have showed Michael Keaton about the cow, and he looked pretty good.
Yeah,
He looked like a healthy, well built
definitely
man.
much older, but yeah, he's. I mean, but the thing is, he looked pretty healthy as the Vulture in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
He did.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
clear that he's been taking care of himself.
Mm-hmm. Zod looks amazing
I
in
mean,
this film.
uh,
Supergirl looked dope. Sasha Cali looked dope in it.
yeah, I don't really know who she is. Has she been in some other stuff? I mean, I'm sure she's been in.
I don't think she's been anything Superman related, but she's been in other shows and stuff.
Well, I
You
mean,
know,
with the short, she looked good as Supergirl
she did look
or
good
whatever.
as Supergirl. They gave Supergirl black short haircut. I thought
I'm
that looked amazing.
I'm with it. I don't know. The
Yeah.
trailer did look absolutely amazing. It didn't really, the one thing that you always hate about trailers is that they give you, for like 2, 3 minutes of the trailer, they give you like, it's like they give the movie away. They give all the best parts of the movie.
Yep. In this, you come out not knowing much of anything, but some badass actions happening.
Yeah, a lot of people follow into give the your favorite franchise, of Fast and the Furious, for that 3 minutes of trailer. You done gave all the great, fantastical, ridiculous stuff of the movie away.
Yeah, yeah.
This
No,
thing
they
give.
didn't get they didn't give it all away for that movie. That movie's ridiculous from beginning to the end.
I mean, once they put a rocket on a Fiero, I was done.
Why wouldn't they?
You said, why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they?
Why
Who
wouldn't they?
doesn't want to rock it on a
I
Fiero?
want to see a Ford Pinto do something amazing.
You want
That,
to see that.
yeah, a Pinto.
You want to see that. But
Nope.
Sasha Cali was in the TV show Awkward.
Okay, yeah.
She's been, yeah. So it's good. It's good. It's good to see, you know,
We'll see. I
everybody in
mean,
the cast looking great. Hopefully they keep
what we
her
were
for
saying
the.
earlier, this and the Blue Beetle trailer give me hope for DC because
Mm-hmm,
I'm firmly entrenched. I am a Marvel guy, but these
mm-hmm.
actually these look good.
Mm-hmm. I like how you always pick a side.
It's not about picking a side. It's just I've never been. I think that DC's characters in the comic books are overpowered. I know
Yeah,
everyone Batman, but I think Batman is a bad analogy for Caucasians. I think you got enough money, you can beat the alien dude who can melt you with his eyes. Really?
Yeah, yeah, that's
If
not
he
true.
has enough
But
time and
but
enough
but
money, he can beat the Flash. Get the hell out of here.
but DC bases all their hero characters and some of their villain characters on the pantheon, the god pantheon,
I mean, I get
and
it.
that's his foil,
I get it. I
and
just
I
like
don't
the
care for it.
real life approach of Marvel for the most time. But
Yeah.
they're both
So for
cheated and copied
DC,
off each other for 60 years. So
they're gods pretending to be humans, and for Marvel, they're humans that turn into gods. That's the big
yeah,
difference.
yeah, it's wild. But I don't know.
Okay,
Like as far as DC makes fantastic animated movies. Fantastic.
amazing,
Their
the
live
best in the
action
industry.
movies just have not lived up to it. I like the first
No.
Wonder Woman movie. The first
Mm-hmm.
movie was Wonder Woman was great. I really liked that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually enjoyed Aquaman. As silly as it was, I enjoyed it. It was kind of a
Mm-hmm.
turn your brain off entertainment movie. It was fun.
Yeah.
Besides, you know, give me Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale and and the damage he did to his voice, eating
Mm.
rocks or whatever.
Why don't they just give Batman a voice machine to put in his mouth so he has like a screech to his voice when he talks, than having him growl?
Yeah,
Why
have
don't they
like
just
a
do
kind
that?
of a
He has all this technology. He ain't got nothing to alter his voice. He can put in his mouth like a mouth guard,
I
something to
don't know.
protect his teeth not from getting knocked out. Because
He can go
Batman's teeth should have been knocked out a couple of times.
yeah, he can go borrow something from T-Pain or something like that. Roger Troutman.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Yeah, Batman
they could
should
put like
definitely
this
auto
little
tune
mouthpiece in his
his.
mouth.
He should
It's
definitely
so
auto.
silly. It's so silly. Speaking of the Justice League, uh, so Justice League times RWBY,
Mhm.
Superheroes and the Huntsman, part one clip sees the starring characters forming a plan of action. So
Okay.
Justice League with RWBY,
Mhm.
Superheroes and Huntsman, part one depicts Justice League members Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Cyborg, and Vixen not only being brought to remnant under mysterious circumstances, but also being strangely de-aged back to teenagers. It isn't long until they meet some of the heroes of this world, including three of the RWBY4 main protagonists: Ruby Rose, Blake Belladonna, Yang Xiao Long.
Okay.
Yep.
So is this animated? What is
It's animated. RWBY is animated. It's also a comic book, but it's animated.
I mean, you never
It
know.
started off as a fan series with like the Disney princesses and turned them into supernatural humans or superpowered humans. It's a look on the grim fairy tales. The folks in this clip find themselves dealing with multiple problems, including Batman being MIA, Green Lantern's ring nowhere to be found, and the Grim acting up even more than usual.
Hmm. Okay. So when can we get our hands on this? Because I like RWBY and if this is animated,
So,
I know it's gonna be done
yep.
well. He does anime.
So it's available to buy digitally in 4K Ultra HD DVD HD Blu-ray combo pack and Blu-ray from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment starting tomorrow.
Get your face. Okay.
So it's available tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be a good day.
Yep.
I
And keeping into superhero stuff, Craven the Hunter has nose biting, blood spitting, first hard R rating for a Sony superhero flick. Craven the Hunter will be the company's first R rated superhero flick. Sony, uh, Sony revealed the first footage for the movie set for a release on October 6th. The movie stars Aaron Taylor Johnson from Kick-Ass and Avengers of Age of Ultron in the lead with Russell Crowe as his father
mm-hmm.
and Ariana DeBoer as his love interest Calypso, being one of Spider-Man's villains. Fred Hinchniger as his half brother Chameleon, based on
Mm,
the Spider-Man villainy. Alessandro Nivola as Rhino, based on the Spider-Man villain. Yep.
huh.
Taylor Johnson described the film takes on Craven as being an environmentalist and animal lover, which I guess explains the nose biting thing, as discussing films described between it. The discussing film states things kick off with Craven stopping a group of poachers in the wild who is trying to escape with their bounties of wild animal carcasses. Craven the Hunter is confirmed to be the Sony's first rated R film, and footage really shows it, with Craven killing everyone quite literally like an animal.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Spider-Man's pantheon of villains. If you look at what Sony did, because this is a Sony movie,
Yep.
to give me a Venom movie and then a Venom movie that had Carnage in it and then not be rated R was criminal. Then
Yep.
you get
That's probably
me
what they that's probably why.
Morbius, then you gave me a Morbius movie that was not rated R.
Mm-hmm.
And not only with Morbius, and from what I'm understanding about this too, that the because it's maybe because it's Aaron Taylor Johnson, even though he was a great, bad guy or what have you in Bullet Train, um, they're making Craven the Hunter kind of more anti-hero
Yeah.
because in the
Yeah.
comics he hunted animals and now he's beating up and killing poachers like he's so entrenched in the animal world he feels like he's an animal, he's one of them, he's protecting them. Like what? Uh, I just It's a Sony movie and I don't see Kevin Feige anywhere around. I do not have high hopes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Um, I'm kind of curious what this is gonna be like. I realize they make all these movies, and what's good with all these characters is the full Spider-Man. And when
Hmm.
Spider-Man is absent, it feels like something's missing from these movies.
Yeah, because that is their purpose. I mean, it's like you give me a
Yeah.
Lex Luthor movie and don't give me Superman. Like,
Any
what is that?
Superman. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Give me
don't give
Lex
me a
Luthor
Joker
movie.
movie. I mean, well, actually, guess I got to take that back but
They
that's not
gave
a
a good Joker
tradition.
movie out there.
Yeah, but I mean, a Joker movie doesn't
It
have
was an
Batman
origin
in it.
story though.
Yeah, but and that wasn't even really. It's not really the Joker. I mean, okay,
Yeah.
it's not really.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think with Marvel set to actually release an R-rated movie here, I mean, and they've done it, but it wasn't them. It was, what was it, Fox that put out Logan and put out the Deadpool movies? But with Marvel
Uh-huh.
under Disney set to put out an R-rated Deadpool 3, that's going to be fantastic. But I think we all forget about the originator of this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Originator of the whole shebang bang, the original R-rated, the original successful comic book movie that saved all of them, Blade with Wesley
Blade.
Snipes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Uh,
And it was
R-rated,
amazing.
yes.
It was amazing. I watched the clip today where the cops were shooting at him in his chest.
Hmm.
And he was like, real motherfuckers. And they just took off
Yeah,
running.
motherfuckers always
Blade
want
was
to beat
amazing.
up you.
I can't wait to see the next one. I hope they get it together and make
Yeah,
it
the
good.
first one and the second one, especially the second one. The first one I thought was really good.
The
The
third one, I
second
was like, what are you doing? You
Guillermo
Blade
del
is
Toro
suplexing
directed.
people?
When Guillermo del Toro directed the second one, that shit was absolutely amazing
Mm-hmm.
with a whole different take on vampires. And then
Mm-hmm.
that he actually took that concept and turned it a whole TV show. So the strain,
Mm-hmm.
like that shit was amazing.
Yep. I'm gonna do
Third one
something.
we shouldn't talk about.
The third one was horrible. They did a suplex in it. Blade did a suplex on the vampire.
Yeah,
Somebody thought that was cool.
he dialed that shit in. He phoned that.
Okay, I got a move for you, right? You got to see if you did it
Uh,
right.
yeah,
You ready? You ready for it?
ready. Come on.
Woo to the young to the whoop.
Down to the gut, to the rummy.
Yes. Yes, you did it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yes. Uh Netflix has doubled down on K-dramas with $2.5 billion investment on the creation of Korean series, films, and unscripted shows for the next 4 years. They met with the South Korean president, Young Suk Yeol, and said, hey, we're gonna give you our money. We're gonna back these stuff. We're not just gonna buy them from over there, simulcast them. We're not gonna buy the license and get it exclusive deals. No, we're gonna help y'all build this industry.
And you know, the crazy thing is they are putting out quality. They are putting out quality back to back to back. I mean,
All of them.
you think about in the recent years, just the hits that have been coming through there. So, I mean, you can even go back as far as like the Raid and the Raid 2, you know, and you start thinking about, okay, this, all right, martial arts, okay, that, you know, it's Asian countries, they got that unlocked. But okay, no,
Hmm.
it's like a Train to Busan, and you're like, oh shit. So they, you know,
Yep.
some zombies, some horror shit, like they had that on,
Kingdom.
yeah, Kingdom, which is a period piece and, you know, zombie vampire
Zombie.
shit, yeah. But then you look at the recent stuff. Squid Games still is the most watched Netflix show in history. The more eyeballs were on Squid Games than any other show. I mean, which is saying something because I really
Hmm.
thought that one of them seasons of Stranger Things might be up there. You know, Squid Games is killing it. And
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
and for those who don't know what me and Chuck just did, um, which I'm finished with season one now, Extraordinary Attorney Woo, it's fucking phenomenal.
It's
Phen-
phenomenal, right?
Phenomenal. I can't say enough about it. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Um
It just feels
Kill-
good all the way around.
they got Kill Box Soon. They got that one, the reality show, Physical 100. They
Yep.
got The Glory, which
The glory.
is
I haven't started it
and
yet. That's the one she had the Sharpie. No, that was the Kill Soon. Kill
uh
Soon.
yeah, Bananas, Alchemy of Souls.
I just started that. Have you started that?
I yeah,
Oh my God. I heard it's a love story. No, man. No, man. It starts off with demons.
look, here's the thing though. When I started telling my
Mhm.
daughter that we were watching these, that me and you were gonna watch these or whatever, she's already seen all of them. Like
Of course she has.
she came and watched about 5 episodes of she no, I think she watched about 12 episodes of Extraordinary Attorney Woo with me. She watched like the first
Hmm.
12 and I finished it off on my own. Um, yeah, but she was just waiting on me to get done. She told me about another show that you have already watched. It's okay to not be okay.
I love that show too.
She told me, she was like, Dad, you gotta watch that. And I was like, damn it. Chuck
It's
told me.
so good. It's so good.
But I think she was
It's
telling me
so
because
good.
there was an autistic kid on there on that show,
Yes. Yes.
and because
He's
I
not
was
autistic.
marveling, yeah, because I was
He's
marveling
complete
over
special
the
needs.
actress who played Extraordinary Attorney Wu, and I just
Hmm.
like I I was like I want to know because
Have you ever seen her
I
talk?
believe everything about her performance, which was just mind blowing, phenomenal.
Hmm.
Like her
Hmm. How
mannerisms,
she
like
counts before she goes in every room.
no, but like even in small scenes when they would focus on her face,
Hmm.
just the way she does her eyes and stuff, like ah,
Hmm.
she is incredible.
Complete character. I tell everybody she actually did the count in every room. Stepped through the door and she goes and she
Yeah, and like
dives
one of those
in.
late episodes, she explained why she does that. The whole change of
Yeah, because
environment,
the change in environment
yeah, it stresses her. So if she counts to three and takes a deep breath, she can go
go
into new
into it.
rooms and change
Hmm.
the environment. And I was like,
Hmm.
genius. I was like, I just want to know the research. Like, is that something that, you know, some autistic kids do?
They say it is. That's everything she did. She accurately portrayed somebody that has autism that's not really severe. That's genius level, like savant level.
Which I thought that was interesting in one episode too, where they had someone who's at the opposite end of the spectrum, and it's
Severe, yeah.
the sentiment from the parents, because they were talking about
Mm-hmm.
we
We
heard
wish our
about
kid
you
was
know,
like you.
we wanted a kid like you, but 95% of the time it's a kid like they got. It's not at that savant
Mm-hmm.
level, that high end of the spectrum. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's phenomenal show. I'm gonna get caught up, but I'm all for Netflix going all in on investing in K drama because I mean, well, my daughter can tell you better than anybody. K dramas and K pop music, my daughter's all over it. So you know, I'm almost at the point where I'm gonna
So
start talking English to her, start talking Korean, because you know, she laughed at me and talked about me the whole time I'm watching this show because I'm watching in English with the subtitles. And she's like, "You watching in English?" I was like, yeah. I want to make sure that I understand it. She doesn't watch any of them in English.
no, I don't watch anything in English neither.
Nope.
I'm gonna have the subtitles on and watch it in Korean. So I want to hear the real voices and
That's what she
everything.
does. That's what she does.
Yep, yep, yep. So they have another one that's famous, popular, that people talk about all the time is Goblin, also known as Guardian, the Lonely, and the Great God.
Wait, what is that?
Goblin. It's called Goblin. I think it's on I think in America it's known as Guardian, the Lonely, and the Great God. Oh
Okay.
man, there's so many.
Okay. I'm not aware of that one, but
I
yeah.
mean, people don't understand. I had when I worked at Netflix, I got a subscription to Viki because everybody talked about Viki. Now Viki is Rakuten's subscription service, and they used
Okay.
to have tons of K dramas and animation on anime on it.
Okay.
Tons. Like you go in, it's like thousands. It's all it is. It's just for Korean television and film. And it's very compelling shit. Like there's a lot of stuff that Netflix can't get. They can't afford it. You know, the Korean networks are like, nah, we're gonna run it here. We're gonna put this on Viki. You know, you
Uh-huh.
can't get it all. They pump out so much content that you can't keep up with it.
Really?
Because their shows would be like 16 episodes. We'll go to the next show. 26 episodes, 28 episodes, 32 episodes. Then they'll do something like Alchemy of the Souls or something bigger, like 64 episodes. And the
Mm.
shows end, they end them. They'll do a
Yeah.
show that's like 6 episodes, end
Keep
it.
bringing it back for 6 and 7 seasons now. Mm-mm.
No, they don't do that. Once the story's done.
I mean, I applaud that. I applaud
Yeah,
it.
yeah. The
I guess
first show that they're kind of bringing back is Squid Game.
good content, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? I think I don't know. I think it's just greed here that we keep running out of shit, time after time and give you some new, some heated up,
Yeah,
reheating the same shit. Oh no.
I think we're gonna end the show on that because it's a good note to end on. No. Woo to the young, to the woo.
Down to the good to the rummy.
We're gonna end the show on that. You anything you want to share with the people before we get out of here?
No, man. I love being on Geek Beast and stuff that we get to talk about,
Yeah.
especially talk about K dramas. I love it. Especially my Netflix be full of Bollywood stuff, man. I get so much Indian content on there, so
Yeah.
Korean content is really starting to come through. So um no, just remind everyone to tune into Binge Worthy tomorrow night where we cover the series finale, the last season 3 of Picard.
Yep. Yep. Ellie else is joined in. El Nicole joined in. She wants to know where the goblins streaming at. I am looking it up right now, El. I'm trying to think. Where is it streaming?
That's one of the most popular K dramas of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
It may be on Viki. Or it may be on Netflix actually.
Hmm.
It aired on TVN on December 2nd, 2016. But people love it. They love it.
Well,
Love it.
well, somebody said it is streaming on Netflix. You see, Peter Griffin in the
Yeah.
comments said that we do From yet.
We haven't done From yet, Peter. We should talk about them, put it on the list. We
It just
should throw
came
From
out,
on the
about to
list.
come out with a new season, right?
What's up?
From just came out with, or
I
it's about
think
to come
so. I
out with a
think
season,
so. We should put it on the list so where it fits into all the slots or whatever open slots we have left. You know, I want to give a shout out to the audience that came in. So shout out to the Funk for number one for always getting our stories together and always tuning in the show every day. Shout out to El Nicole for coming in and joining us. Please continue joining us. Shout out to Peter Griffin, old friend. Thank you for showing up as always. And shout out to Rodney for keeping us looking good and doing our transitions and stuff for us and keeping us in line for the show. Shout out to Digital Clay for making us look good. Like we said, you can find us on all the socials, subscribe and like us, and share us with your friends and family. With that being said, I want to say peace. Peace.
peace.